Hello, my name is Caleb Hodges, and I am standing for you today at the Chickamauga Lake. Actually, this is Possum Creek Slough, and today I plan to inform you a little bit about some TVA practices that they're doing to cut back on pesky weeds that are on local public areas of the Chickamauga Lake, like Chester Frost Park, and they're planning to use herbicides on these plants. As well, in addition to that, I plan to tell you a little bit about the effects that nuclear power plants have on the lake itself. I told you I began with the practices that TVA has. They're going to start spraying herbicides on a lot of this plant life. This is becoming an issue to a lot of the areas and a lot of the people that are residents of this town, because they're afraid of the fact that they drink this water. Some of the problems surrounding the herbicides being used for that TVA are planning to use. Controversies include the residents afraid of their drinking water being contaminated, as well as the loss of the bass that are fished, and a lot of other fish that are used for recreation and just for the overall enjoyment. There is some concerns about recreational use, because this lake, and even where we're standing right now, there's a lot of bass fishermen. There's actually a bass fisherman over here in front of me right now at this exact moment. And in addition to bass fishing, there is recreational use. I know that in the summer I actually plan to wakeboard and kneeboard on this exact lake. So it's definitely something that is an issue for everyone, not just somebody that's drinking the water, but somebody that actually uses this lake for recreation. Also, I told you that we were going to talk about the effects that nuclear power plants have on this lake as well. It says in a thing that I found, it says that thermal shock, aquatic life adapted to a certain water temperature, can go into shock when the temperature is changed even 1 or 2 degrees Celsius. And then oxygen is dissolved and water decreases, and then increases of the rate of photosynthesis, which increases the amount of plant growth, developing eutrophic conditions. So that even ties back into the TVA using the herbicides on this lake, because when the nuclear power plant, like I told you before, we're in earshot of the Sequoia thermal plant. Actually, the first Wednesday of every month, you can hear the practice warning sirens go off from where we're standing right now, and so that's a very big concern for everyone that lives here, because just like it says, that an increase or a change in water temperature of 2 or even 1 degrees can send the aquatic life into shock. So to conclude this segment, I'd just like to say that whether you live on the water or whether you use the lakes, or regardless of even if you're not living on the water, whether you don't use the lakes at all, water quality is always something that we need to be aware of, and something we really need to take into consideration on our day-to-day lives.